Have you ever wondered why some people feel irresistibly drawn to you, almost as if something deeper than surface attraction is at play? Is it simply your personality, appearance, or charm that sparks such intense emotions? Or could there be something more profound happening beneath the surface? Carl Jung, one of the most influential psychologists of the 20th century, believed that love isn't random. In his view, people fall in love with you for two deeply rooted psychological reasons, both anchored in the hidden layers of the human psyche. In this video, we explore Jung's compelling theory of romantic projection through the concepts of anima and animus. We'll examine why individuals are often magnetically attracted not just to how you appear, but to what you symbolize in their inner world. Attraction, according to Jung, follows an internal script shaped by the unconscious. What seems like a spontaneous connection is usually the result of unconscious forces developed over years. Every strong emotional pull is structured by unresolved emotions, unmet needs, and the silent architecture of the psyche that guides us towards specific people while steering us away from others. This is where Jung's concept of projection comes into play. Each of us carries within the hidden images of who we are, who we believe ourselves to be, or who we long to become. These images often reside in our unconscious mind, repressed or ignored, but never truly gone. When we meet someone who resonates with these inner figures, we feel an almost mystical pull toward them. Yet, what we're really responding to isn't them. It's the part of ourselves they reflect back at us. Picture someone who has spent their life avoiding emotional vulnerability, always playing it safe, holding back. When this person meets someone bold, expressive, and uninhibited, they may feel mesmerized. It's more than admiration. It is a recognition of a long-suppressed part of themselves. The attraction becomes a response from the unconscious, seeking integration and wholeness. Similarly, someone may fall for you not because of any obvious trait, but because you unconsciously embody something they lack or deeply yearn for. You become a living symbol of the qualities they have not yet cultivated. That is the first reason people truly fall in love. You represent a missing or desired aspect of their own psyche. It's not simply about opposites attracting. It's about the contrast revealing something dormant within. A logical, restrained person might be drawn to someone deeply emotional. An introvert may fall for an extrovert. A disciplined soul might admire the spontaneity of someone more chaotic. But if they don't recognize that the trait they admire exists as a potential within themselves, admiration may slip into dependence. They may cling to you not out of genuine love, but because of a psychological need. And when that need evolves, or when your humanity breaks the illusion, they may drift away. That's the danger of projection. It can create a fantasy bond, a love that can't withstand reality. Once the illusion shatters, the foundation of the connection may collapse. But Jung didn't stop at projection. He took things further with his concepts of the anima and animus, the archetypal images of the opposite gender that live deep in our unconscious. According to Jung, every man carries a subconscious feminine image, the anima, and every woman carries an unconscious masculine image, the animus. These aren't just preferences or cultural stereotypes. They're emotionally charged figures shaped by our earliest interactions, especially with parental figures, and by the collective inheritance of myths, symbols, and cultural roles. Over time, these inner figures become emotional templates we unknowingly carry. Then, one day, we meet someone who seems to perfectly match that internal blueprint. When that happens, the attraction can be overwhelming, as if destiny has intervened. So the next time you feel an instant spark with someone, or someone seems inexplicably drawn to you, consider that more is happening than mere chemistry. You may be seeing a reflection of your inner self or becoming the mirror for someone else's. Understanding this can lead to more conscious relationships, where love isn't just projection, but a deeper connection rooted in awareness and growth. There are moments when meeting someone feels oddly familiar, as if we've known them forever. Even if they're practically strangers, the sense of destiny, soul connection, or déjà vu can be overwhelming. But Carl Jung urged us to look deeper. What we often interpret as fate or soul recognition might actually be our own psyche reflecting itself in another. This is where Jung's second reason for attraction comes into play. You may resemble a deeply embedded subconscious image they've carried for years, their anima or animus. It might not be about physical appearance or obvious behavior, but something you stir on a deeper emotional level. That intense connection often feels instant and irrational because it's not truly about you. Instead, you've become a symbol in their inner world. And here's where the challenge begins. When someone falls for a projected image, they're not falling in love with who you are. They're captivated by a fantasy, a sacred idea, a psychological construct. You become a screen for a projection written long before you met. The moment your real, flawed, human self starts to show, the illusion begins to unravel. What was once heavenly becomes confusing. What seemed perfect now feels complicated. Conflict emerges. Disappointment follows. And love, burdened by unmet expectations, collapses. Why do so many intense relationships start in bliss and end in turmoil? Because they were built not on mutual understanding, but on unconscious archetypal scripts trying to play out in real life. And no human can perfectly embody an archetype forever. Yet, Jung didn't see this as a failure. He saw it as necessary for growth. Love, after all, isn't just an emotional high. It's a transformational tool. Every person we fall for becomes a mirror. In them, we glimpse parts of ourselves we need to confront or embrace. Some awaken our dormant potential. Others reveal our deepest fears. Some inspire creativity. Others trigger our insecurities. But all serve the same psychological purpose: to propel us toward individuation, becoming a whole, authentic self. When someone falls for you, they may believe they see something magical within you. And in a way, they do. But that magic is really what you've awakened in them. You're not just a person. You become a symbol, a catalyst, a psychological invitation. And the reverse is true as well. The people we fall for, especially the ones who shake us, change us, or break our hearts, are never random. They're carriers of meaning, catalysts for inner evolution. Some enter our lives to awaken what sleeps inside us. Others to teach what we've long refused to learn. Some simply to show us our own reflection, distorted or clear, depending on our readiness to see. These relationships aren't meant to last forever. Some exist to break patterns, others to shatter illusions. Jung called such encounters synchronicities, not logically connected events, yet filled with personal meaning. When someone enters your life and stirs your soul, it may not be mere chance. You're unconscious, and theirs were ready. The encounter itself signaled that transformation had already begun. Even the painful connections, perhaps especially those, are not mistakes. They are learning moments, opportunities. Love is a journey back to the self. So, why do people fall for you? Because you reflect something they desperately need, or reawaken something they've lost. Either way, love isn't solely about you. It's about their soul trying to evolve, and yours too. We fall for those who reflect our missing pieces, who mirror our inner archetypes. Whether consciously or not, we are drawn to those carrying keys to our next stage of growth. But if we don't recognize these patterns, we risk repeating the same relationship dynamics, falling for the same illusions, believing we're unlucky in love, when in reality, our subconscious is trying to teach us what we haven't yet learned. According to Jung, the answer lies in awareness. Once you recognize your projections, your inner images, and your psychological patterns, you stop seeking someone to complete you. You begin to feel whole on your own. And from that place, love changes. It no longer depends on fantasy or fear. It becomes real and free. Because in the end, the deepest form of love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about awakening the wholeness already within you. It's about awakening the hidden aspects of yourself that long to be seen. Falling in love isn't just about the other person. It's often about discovering the parts of you that they reflect or stir to life. When someone enters your world and captivates your heart, what you may really be experiencing is a deeper connection to the unexplored corners of your own being. From Jung's perspective, love is not merely about the external relationship. Instead, it serves as a mirror, reflecting back to us the qualities, dreams, and shadows we have yet to integrate. The beloved becomes a guide, intentionally or not, helping us reconnect with the dormant facets of our psyche. This dynamic suggests that the experience of love is a profound inner journey disguised as a bond with another. So the next time you find yourself irresistibly drawn to someone, or you feel the intensity of another person's affection toward you, take a moment to look inward. Ask yourself, what part of my soul is coming alive right now? What is being illuminated within me? Love, in this light, is not just a meeting of two people, but a revelation of the self through the other.